I've done it, chat. I have achieved greatness. I am above all. I am up there with the greats, chat. That's right. I got mentioned in the Vice article. Yeah, baby. I made it, chat. I made it, chat. I did it. I really did it. Thank you all so much for this magical, amazing moment. I can't believe I did it, chat. I made it into the Vice Club. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh my God. Yeah, man. You know, just what a prestigious, amazing top award. Wow, I'm just, I'm just baffled, chat. I can't believe that I made it this far in my career. I got mentioned in Vice. Yeah, no. I guess I gotta tell you, my career's over. I can't go up from here. There's just no way. I really wanted to, go on a new trajectory, continue my career, but that's it, chat. I can't go up from here. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Today we have to talk about the VTuber news, and I cannot believe we're about to talk about this, but Gumpai is back, chat. That is right. They're absolutely back. I am flabbergasted as much as you are about why they're back. I don't know why they're back, but I thought they could come back, but here we are, chat. And unfortunately, we have to talk about some very, very heavy subjects today. And I think that we've received some information that unfortunately makes this whole situation even worse.
I'm sorry, but my sensors indicate that you are indeed a weenie.
Look, you're a robot. You don't know anything. Wait, you on Vice? Holy moly. Yeah, DJ, I really did it. I can't believe it. Second time, Chad. Second time. Yeah, gonna be a subject warning today. Well, let's get the scuff. What's up, Fuzz? How are you? How are you guys? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I cannot believe we're on some of them. Day 220, and I remembered to add the 4 hours. Okay, it's there. You're welcome. You're now on Vice. Congrats, you're a big girl now. Too bad it's an article by Anna. God damn it. Well, we'll take a look at it. We'll read it. Yeah, we'll discuss it. The writing of the Hive Sing Superman yesterday. Oh, is it good? I did hear some good things about it. So, is it really that good? Is it really already that good? It was amazing. Nice. I'm a believer that since games got directed, I figured it would be pretty okay. So, hopefully time Gumpai doesn't go on a racist tirades against plushie makers. Yeah, again, Sean, I'm going to give you all a little bit of a reminder of who Gumpai was before we hop into it. But Gumpai is back. Ever chat, unfortunately, we do have some new information that it's a very heavy subject that we got to discuss. And it makes this situation a lot worse than it was even before. So we're going to dive into that. We're also going to talk about, I was mentioned in the newest Vice article about Anna Valens wrote. It is about news tubers, chat. So we are going to take a look at that. And Apple Juice, how are you? Hello, Apple Juice. Welcome to the Chaos Apple. How are you? Everybody say it. It is welcome in Apple. What's up, Kitty? How are you? Have you been playing Dark Souls still? Hope you're doing good, sweetheart. We are going to be discussing the VTuber news, but welcome to the absolute chaos of my stream. My name is Alara, the Heavy Metal Elf, and we're on Subathon Day. Wait, holy shit, we're on Subathon Day 220. Please get me out of here. Apple Juice, take me with you. Take me with you, please. Get me out of here. They'll never let me go. Subathon Day 220. Oh, you're playing Liza PP. Oh, that's awesome. I love Liza P. I was thinking about restarting a whole run to play through the DLC. I was thinking about it. Yeah, how's that going for you? Oh my God, I love Liza P. That's such a fun one. Very difficult, though. Very difficult. What do you mean 26 more days? It'll be... Oh, yeah, if we get 20 more days, it'll be 220, right? Oh, wait, what is 246? What happens on
Oh, I won't do
246?
that. Apologizing is for the weak and wrong, which is why you should do it to me because you are weak and wrong and you dance badly.
Well, that's not very nice of you to say about Cinder. Come on, chat. That's mean. Yeah, come on, chat. Don't do that to her. She's already retired. It's over. Ninth place longest Ramadan. I know we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. Well, thank you so much for the great apple juice. You know, I'm more than happy to take care of your community. So if you need to run, I totally understand. If you need to get some apple juice, some grape juice, some pomegranate juice, you know, do what you gotta do, Sarah. I don't know if she's actually retired, probably not, but yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you.
Way Gumpai could ever come back.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Are you telling us this impossibility?
I'm here to tell you, Tuxedo, unfortunately, it's happening. It's already happened. Our question is your opinion. Can centaurs slap their own ass to get faster? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will play Night Rain.
Cinder did nothing wrong. I am not biased. Being her new boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're the boyfriend manager, right? Okay.
Ignore the sleeping with her part.
Apple juice. I don't know if you would like to sometime, but I would love to play Night Rain with you if you're up for it because, you know, I totally don't already have 100 hours in the game. You're featured in a news article. That's huge. Yeah, too bad it's my Anna-Balance, but I will take a look at it. I feel like, guys, you have to remember who Anna is, the things that Anna has done. And while this article might be maybe okay and decent, that doesn't excuse them from all of the really shitty stuff that they did before. So, yeah. So, anyway, we will take a look at it. I do want to kind of at least hear out what they had to say in it. But obviously, since I'm in it, now I got to talk about it. But, yeah, kind of interesting. I wouldn't take anything they write seriously. Oh, we don't. But it's a worthwhile article to look at, considering that I'm in it. So, I mean, you know, if I'm in it, it must be amazing, right? Bruh.
Cinder literally every other VTuber out there.
You should frame it. I will. It's already in my fridge. It's not. There's no foot here. There's no feet here. I mean, we'll get some laughs. Yeah, I never repost a nice article ever. Well, I mean, my name's in it, so I gotta talk about it, Chad. I can't just ignore it, you know.
Valens so much for what she did to Rima. It was
I agree.
so scummy.
I agree. And you guys know the messages that he said here in my chat, right? I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. I could show you that again if you need, but it was just very inappropriate, very wrong to talk about Rima that way. The things they said about me was just fucked up. I mean, they were trying to basically say, "Oh, I'm transphobic," you know, people in my community. I allow that kind of stuff. I definitely do not. So it was pretty scummy. So guys, we will definitely not forget the things Anna has done. However, we will go take a look at it. This comes off like professional jealousy on Anna's part. She wants what Alara and them have. I mean, I did take a brief scan through it. It's very kind of like brown nosy, like suck up. Again, I do want to take a look at it. So, what's up, TV? How are you? We miss so nicely when Lara gets killed and wait, what? Wait, I got Rima killed in Elden Ring? When? I don't think Rima plays Elden Ring. I don't think I'll ever be early enough for first nub. There's always somebody lurking. Shadow Wilkes is normally the one that is on top of it. Let me see who got first today. Hold on. Okay, who did get first? Let's see. I'll scroll up. Mizu got first. Congratulations, Mizu. Yeah, you killed the horse. Yeah, but that wasn't Rima. That was Bima. Yeah, Bima. That was Rima's cousin, Bima. There are quite a few people in here before start. Yeah, there normally are. I've gotten it once or twice here. It said to be right at the start. The redeem has a delayed stream start. It does. That's because of Siribot. Yeah, Siribot kind of prevents you from redeeming those. So
anything resembling talent or integrity, and frankly, the way they try to use their identity as trans as a way of shielding themselves is so disgusting.
They have played victim quite a lot in certain things. I don't want to comment specifically on their identity, but I do want to say that they have gone out of their way to make it look like they play victim a lot. They've been like, oh well, Alara's community believes in this stuff. which is entirely untrue. And if there's one or two people that are that way, you know, they're obviously you're not welcome here, right? So we definitely do have to remember everything that Hannah has done, but we will go into this, try to at least with a fresh mind and look at it and try to encapsulate it in its own coverage and discuss it as it is what it is outside of all of the things from before. So what's up, Lana? How are you? Yeah, this model is made by PP Slayer. PP Slayer made this model. Well, it's in his character Last Shadowlands. You know, I didn't read the whole thing in full. I just scanned through it pretty quick. But we'll dive into it today. Of course, also, Chad, we do have to talk about some crazy situation going on with actually the Finnish VTuber community. There was an article released about them that they're very upset about. It talks a lot about prawn in VTubing. So we're going to take a look at that. And of course, we're also going to take a look at what the fuck is going on with Gumpai and why the fuck they're back. We also have a little bit of indie news, a little bit of Hololive news, just a little bit kind of here and there, chat. So yeah, it was definitely pretty rough to be accused of stuff like that, because everybody knows I don't allow bigotry like that. To say that, you know, I'm not friendly to anybody regardless of their identity, you know, that definitely hurt. But we already addressed it, and I think we'll definitely talk about, we'll try to encapsulate the article in itself. I don't want to go dunk on it again because we've already done that. So we've already discussed that plenty, but I was very shocked to see myself named with a bunch of other amazing creators. That kind of shocked me. You know, Bach, I don't think it's rage bait. I think it's more like, it kind of feels a little like suck up-ish. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, chat, I've gone to the shadow realm. Please, I don't want to be here. Let me out of here. I must have lost the shadow game. Fuck. Wait, what? Oh, I think my timer's up. Okay. I was like, wait a second. Both of this happening back to back freaked me out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, that freaked me out. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Did my model just disappear and did I die? Yeah, that was weird. Bro, are you for real? Are you for real? Having been part of a Vice article itself, I know the exact feeling. All right, sorry, man, it's kind of cool regardless of what next. I mean, I would say it's cool. It's just kind of like, bro, you know what I mean? But the article in itself is, it's not attacking anybody. It's definitely not attacking anybody, so we'll dive into it here in just a bit. I'm not pot of green. God damn it! Is that your first time message? I'm not pot of green. Stop calling me pot of green. I'm not pot of green, chat. I'm a Laura. I'm just happen to be a pot of ashes because I've been subathonic for 200 fucking days. Thank you. Hi, summon Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 3 additional cards from my deck. And then it allows me to quit the game. I'm out of here. Bye, guys. I'm out. No, it's not Pot of Milk either. My turn. I play Pot of Greed, which allows me to delete and ban everybody in chat. Starting right now, mods. Get started. Yeah, mods, everybody. One by one.
You never saw this coming. I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
That's not what it does.
It
doesn't do what it does.
I summon Pot of Greed to produce, which allows me to draw 3 additional controversies from my Twitter. Oh my god. No, it's my ashes because I'm dead after all these days of some of them. Get Pot of Greed at home. Pot of Greed at home. I'm not a pot. I'm an urn, chat. I'm an urn, okay? That's because I'm full of ashes. I'm not a pot. And I'm not giving you Pot of Alara, Urn Jara merchandise. It's not happening. Abe, please tell them we're not getting Urn Jara merchandise. Please tell them. Funny thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh is at funny thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh is at a point where a card that lets you auto win isn't all that new. Oh really? Oh wow, look at this chat. Somebody's sharing a YouTube link as their first time message. I'm sure that that's not fucking sussy at all. But flip his balls. I'm gonna make it. No, no. Damn it!
Brother, this guy stinks!
No, fuck. Whatever, whenever Lara comes into play, all players gain 3 bra sizes. Well, I would not wish that on anybody. Yeah, I would not wish that on anybody, actually. That sounds horrible. Oh, that's sad. Well, it's Orbital Strike is Newt Newt. I like that too. I like, give me some condensed milk. I can't like, give me some goose fat. Yeah, give me the goose fat right now. I like it to cook with. Give it to me right now. Mod summon the peener snipper. Bro, can we get a peener snipper redeemed? That's a good idea. Okay, chat. Write that down, mods. And chat. We need the peener snipper redeemed. Mod take his angles. No. That's not enough. We need more. How are we feeling today? I'm doing good. How are you, sweetheart? I'm currently drinking my energy drink. I'm opening up right now. I have the Gamer Subs goof juice in a can. It's so good. Bye. Have fun at work. Here, ASMR chat. Here you go. Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. I gotta tell you guys, I know that I am a Gamer Subs partner, but I'll tell you, I love the canned stuff so much. It is so good. No, goof juice. You know, like Moist Critical? It's called goof juice. I think you better look at one of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Number cards. Which one? Guys, check out my link at pinisland.com. It's so leaders here. Oh my god, pinisland.com! That sounds amazing. I haven't been to pinisland.com in a long time.
This coming. I summon Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
Wow. That's so cool. Hope it's goop juice. No, it's goof juice! Goof juice sounds fucking sussy. Like, have you ever wanted a big, giant, creamy, wonderfully luscious white liquid down your throat? Well, try goop juice. It's creamy, thick, and white. Is that what you meant? What the fuck is boob juice? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I was baited. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't. Editor, expunge that. Summer, thank you for giving a sub to Pot of Greed. Thank you so much. Apparently, that allows you to draw no additional advertisements from my stream. Congratulations. Thank you so much. How are we at 52 hours, chat? I need to do like a 24-hour stream. Gotta get that down or something, you know? Ow. Editor, no, keep that in. No, editor, cut that right now. But guys, we are going to be talking about community activities. We are going to talk some corpo news. A lot to discuss today, chat. I do also want to let you know, I did announce a brand new event, so I'll share that all with you here in just a moment. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be awesome. One VTuber has boob water as part of his lore. Who is that, Steel Rat? I don't think I know who that is. I mean, there's a lot of VTubers with very, interesting lore. I wouldn't doubt that at all. Although I need to get my lore all straightened out because I have like a lore video coming and stuff. The bikini debut, is Lara gonna get a bikini too? No, absolutely not. Oh hey, has Rainbow Dash been released from there yet? What? That? What? What? That makes no sense. What do you mean by that? Oh, sorry, it's boot water. Oh, it's Hydra. Yeah, she has her, the boot water, yeah. Yeah. Oh god, what is it called? Her boot grog or something like that. Yeah. No, trust me. I know all about that. So I think he's been a team VTuber since I just have any crazy lore. I mean, my lore is pretty nuts last time, but Ripper Grog, that's it. Thank you. I can remember. You know your jar, put the figure it. I'm not a jar, I'm an urn. You're about to earn a kick in the balls, chat. I'm an Ernst. I'm not a jar. Bro, I want a refund, man. I want a refund. You know what? You know what? Our army, you're fired. You're all fired. Every single one of you. You're done. You're fired. You're done. You're dismissed. Bye. Hi, guys. Walk. Actually, you're mod. You can't be dismissed. You'll be dismissed. Kidlink, dismissed. Your mom, dismissed. You're all dismissed, chat. It says I beat her into seeing boob water. That's a side note of some clips. I love that. I was hired for something. Yes, you're part of our army. And you were dishonorably dismissed. How about that? One lore that really shocked me was psychotic. What was psychotics? I don't think I know that one. Look, there's so much lore out there, guys. I can't keep up with that. But a jar is no longer a jar. I was just going to Twitch. I saw Grandma's ass just talking in sarcastic. I'm not a fucking Grandma's ass. I'm my own ashes after subathon. Day 220, bro. I'm dying out here. Also, hi, how are you? Everybody say hi. You dead? Dodo, how are you? Yeah, I feel that. If I was a dodo bird, I'll probably die too. There's not many of those left. You know, actually produces water from all our body. I think lore's deep. That's really cool. I remember when I first started VTubing, this is back in what, 2021. Hey yo. Hey yo. I mean, I'm not complaining. Sorry guys, I got the phlegm, hold on. This is what happens after so many days of subathon, chat. The phlegm monster comes and attacks my throat. The phlegm monster shoves their big, deep phlegm down my throat over and over. Much to my dismay. What do we have, a Kirby Redeem here? No. We definitely don't have that here. We definitely don't have that here, Steel. I don't know what you're talking about. We definitely don't have that here. Shut up! I do be releasing a reference sheet as soon as you debut for, fan arts. I still don't have a reference sheet. I should probably get one of those. I've never had a reference sheet. It's on Team G is Steel Rat. What did Kojima mean by that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got almost burped in the microphone. I'm sure some of you guys would be into that, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's Tangia. Yeah, we have all kinds of Tangia. You know what Sunny Still Rat is? I think I was one of the first YouTubers to use Tangia. And they partner with me, and I spread the good word of Tangia. I feel like everybody uses it, and I'm so happy about that, because Tangia is fucking awesome. I love Tangia. Also, chat, you didn't say hi to Dodo. Everybody say hi to Dodo right now. Everybody say hi to the new person, or else I will come to your house and I will remove the stuffing out of all of your plushies. I'll do it. Actually, you probably already did that for unrelated reasons. Hi, fresh meat for the army. Hello, new army member. Welcome in. We promise that we will only take a few of your limbs, not all of them. I love Tangia. I added so much Tangia stuff to my stream. I love it too. It's actually the best. Maybe concerned? No, everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's gonna be okay, I promise. You didn't totally sign your life away or anything by being here. It's all good. Welcome to our army. You're now enlisted in the greatest army of all time, where we protect all kinds of waifus and occasionally play games in Discord and other shit.
Can I help her repopulate?
Darth, I'm not a fucking dodo bird. What the fuck? Have you seen the drinking piss, Tangia? Is that the one where he's like, I'm drinking piss? Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I just Google images of you, modern problems, or modern solutions. Oh, there'll be some of their job features. I feel like I should get one. However, I am gonna have a 3D model coming soon as well. So I kind of treat that as my reference sheet, you know? I don't need legs after all. Ain't like they're going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Like, guys, you don't need legs. Legs are stupid. Overrated. I don't need legs. You don't need legs. Nobody needs legs. They're all stupid. Just cut off your legs, chat. Be a pirate. It's way better that way. You will love your life as a pirate if you try it out.
I have the solution.
Elves are not endangered. We're all perfectly fine. Shut the fuck up, dude. For the record, drinking piss will wreck your kidneys. But, like, can you drink pee-pee to, like, rehydrate yourself in, like, really bad situations? I'm pretty sure that's a thing, right? I'm, like, 99% sure you can do that. I stole my legs when I became a mod, exactly. Elves are endangered. No, I'm not endangered! I'm not endangered, leave me alone! Don't look at me! Don't talk to me! Look the other direction. If I want to breed with anybody, I will make that decision myself. I literally cannot be bred right now, chat. I'm gay. Leave me alone. It's not generally recommended unless you're absolutely desperate. Right, exactly. I think I saw it in like Better Call Saul. Guys, don't breed me. I'm gay. Sorry, guys. I got some bad news for you. Can't breed me. I'm gay. I thought all deer were endangered. David, thank you for the tier one. I appreciate you. And in wise words of Patches O'Hoolihan, it's sterile and I like the taste. What the fuck? Did you know that camel urine has the consistency of syrup? Ew, ew. Only breed, no Progonigot. Exactly. I come into elves are endangered. I want to breed to make that decision myself. Yeah, normal Lars stream. What are you talking about? Very, very normal subject that we talk about here all the time. Yeah, you know, I really didn't want to know that about camels, but I guess thanks for sharing. That's gross, though. That's actually gross as fuck. Why is it so thick? That's ew, ew. We don't need anybody else in this world to have your back pain. Exactly. Look, guys, I've already told you, I don't want kids anyway. I don't want children. Me and children don't get along. It's not something I want. Do I mind kids? Absolutely not. Do I want my own? Hell no. I got too many things I want to do. Elven deers are endangered species. Time for bread. Look here, color me happy. Your brain cells are actually fucking endangered. How about that? But guess what? We can't fix anything about it because you're too dumb. So leave me alone. Don't even look my way. Don't even talk about breeding anything. You know what? Your brain cell count is too low for anybody to want to breed with you. How about that? I'm a liar and I approve this message. Yeah, by the way, Dodo, this happens a lot. Me and chat roast each other. It's okay, it's very normal here. I'll roast you soon, don't worry. I'm just waiting for you to fuck up. Here's enough hassle, no kids. Yeah, she is my fur child. Damn, no way, my Oshi just said that. That is so sad, color me happy. Can we get 5 gifted subs? Bro, I don't want to be bred. Leave me alone. Crash out. Yeah, we did a crash out redeem. How many times I've roasted chat? I love you guys. I think that, look here, color me happy. I know that you have at least 2 brain cells. Okay, at least 2. I'm in a PvP chat before, it's fine, yeah. Very normal for you. I like to wait for a moment to hear the brain cell burns. You need to aloe, color me happy.
If I'm gonna breed
I do scare children.
I'm gonna take her out for dinner first.
Yeah, look, guys, if you're gonna breed somebody, at least take them out for dinner first. It's not me. It's not me. Alright, guys, let's hop into some news. Everybody type news! Let's hop in. Exactly, chat. Chat is my children. I don't need anything else. Chat is my children. Absolutely so true. So first up, chat. Also, good morning. I do want to let you know, I announced a brand new event. That is right. We do have the second Elden Ring tournament, chat. If you guys would like to register,
what does a Scottish guy call his Indian girlfriend? What? A mango lassie.
Bruh. So here is the trailer for the new one. This is a speedrun tournament, chat. So check it out. Hopefully you'll want to enter. That's coming up very soon. You're not related to this self. Yes, you are. You're in chat. You're in chat. I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. It's going to be amazing. It's coming up. It's coming up. Not this weekend, but next. The next weekend after that. Hey, look, it's canonical hype me. So anyway, chat, it's going down July 19th at 12 p.m. CST, I'm sorry. And if you get your team together, you can speedrun all the bosses. Top 3 teams win out of a prize pot of $500. So it's going to be pretty crazy. Toast, thank you so much for the tier 1. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys will enter and get your team together. It's going to be great. So also just another very quick reminder, guys. I know that's the following Saturday, but this Saturday we have something even more important coming up, and that is my bikini debut, baby. Let's go! I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you all the cool stuff I've been working on. I'm so pumped, bro. I am so pumped. Yay! No, you can't breathe the bikini bottle. Leave me alone. So chat, make sure you don't miss it. It's July 12th, this Saturday at 12 p.m. CST. All right, guys? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. One more quick announcement for all of you. I am debuting this video later today, chat. It is the Markiplier and Lixian, the second one. The react for that is coming up at 1 o'clock. So, guys, do me a favor, please, if you can. Give it a like. Leave a comment. Everybody comment, breed. Breed the elf. Breed. In the comment chat. I would appreciate it so much. It helps me out a ton. Oh, Blake, I saw your pictures. How was it? Doesn't that bikini you already have on? No, it's a top. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? So anyway, guys, I'd certainly go check it out. This one, I said comment, breed the elf. Not actually do it. Oh my god, hell no, Darth, hell no. Absolutely not. Fred the deer got it. Yes, exactly. Make sure that you comment that down there and leave a like. It helps my videos a ton, chat. And plus, you know, I don't know if you really care about this or anything, but, you know, it helps pay the editors. I mean, you know, fuck K-Dog and Teamsy, right? They don't need to get paid, right? But, you know, in case you care about that or something, support them and help them get paid. So, all right, here we go, guys. Let's talk about, as always, we're going to talk about, first up, fan suspensions, debuts, stuff like that. And then we're going to hop into one of our main stories today. So first up, let's talk about who has recently been banned. Eat the mic, num, 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 num. First up, chat, is a Puffy Peach. Bad news, unfortunately, they were banned for a day, chat. They hit 20K. They were celebrating their 20K, and they were banned. I don't know why. I went searching for a reason. I couldn't find it. Probably something maybe outfit related. I'm not sure, but yeah, it really, really sucks. They did receive a 1-day ban. On top of that, guys, somebody that we've been covering a bit, and this is another one, is Yunup. That is right, Yunup is a fairy VTuber. We've discussed them before, but they actually received a 14-day ban on Twitch. And this is their 5th ban, chat. Again, I'm not sure why, but definitely pretty harsh. They have not provided them a reason as well as to why it happened. Yeah, 14 days, chat. Very, very crazy. Received such a large ban. And again, this is their 5th one. Have not received any reason as to why they received that ban. I kind of dove into it today. Yes, they have been banned before. Again, this is their 5th ban. Kind of looking historically, they're not really sure why it's been going on. But again, a 14-day ban is quite a lot, chat. So wish them all the best. Hopefully everything's going to be okay for them. But, I mean, that's nuts, guys. That's actually nuts. Yeah, so, you know, give some support to Yunya on this ban here. Yeah, they're supposed to get transparency more often now. Not in this case, chat. Really, really sad. Another news, guys, we're going to skip over here to YouTube. A little bit of YouTube drama going on. That is right, guys. The Clipper channel for Phillian. YouTube has actually taken down that channel. What's up, Clapper? How are you? It has over 150K subs. It is gone, chat. Absolutely deleted. looking at what they had to say. So YouTube just took down my Clipper channel with over 150k subs. In an instant, no warning, no nothing. Team YouTube, all the videos on my channel featured filling were made with their full permission. I work under her as a Clipper. Please bring it back up. And of course, filling says, hey YouTube, I fully approve of filling and uploading my content on the site. Please support my Clipper. Team YouTube, of course, says, yada yada, automated response. Your first step is to appeal. Blah, 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 blah. The problem here, chat, is if you don't know, I haven't been able to report on this. Hi, Raphael, how are you? Look at this chat. Look at this chat. This chatter coming here being so sweet and nice. Why can the rest of you? That is so sad. Can we get 500 gifted subs? The problem here is, chat, is YouTube updated one of their policies recently, which we have not gotten to talk about. And that is this policy right here. This happened in July, where it says updates to YouTube Partner Program. In order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. This does start on July 15th. So we still have 6 days till this starts, right? But YouTube is updating our guideline to better identify mass-produced and repeating content. Now, I will say that this is supposed to take place on July 15th. However, I do think that if they start cracking down on clip channels, that would be an absolute huge hit for a lot of people. Obviously, YouTubers benefit a lot of clipping channels. I'm not going to say this one is related to this rule necessarily, but if it does take place this way, chat, that's really, really sad, and it's really fucked up. They're appealing to filling Clipper channel, but I know it's complete removal just deactivated. I think somebody reported for stealing Fillion's content. Maybe so. Either way, for somebody that already has, like, express written permission, they work under Fillion anyway. That's pretty wild. So, I will hope that this does not hit clip channels or, React channels in a really big way, because I do know that we work really hard to transform our content with our React. So, anyway, chat, hopefully this is appealed. They're able to get their stuff back. And I'll let you know when I hear a little bit more news about it. But, yeah, even, like, Pierre had something happen to him. Shy Lily's clip channel manager had issues. So, we will hope the best for all of them involved. Now, I think this is meant to actually target AI content, the slap content as they call it. When I first read this update, that was pretty much my thought about it, right? A lot of people upload clips of stuff already made, call it their own, slap some subtitles on it, and call it a day, right? And they're benefiting off other people's content. So hopefully this is a workup against that, and going for AI content and not against, people that are creating, React content, things like that. So for against re-uploads, that would be okay, depending on who it is. Stuff like that, right? All right, guys, let's talk reviews, graduations, hiatuses, all that other stuff. And first up, chat, is coming in from Sia. Sia said, I don't know if this is a graduation post, but I'll be going on indefinite hiatus, as I think it's time for me to try something new. Effective from the 19th of July, I'll be starting my hiatus after my final stream at 5 p.m. On that day, after this day, all activity on my platform, social media, will cease and become inactive. To my bunny gang, I love you all so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it looks like he is going to be taking a break. Kind of wants to do something a little bit different. Wish him all the best, chat. You've just been coconut mob. On top of that, guys, we're also going to check in with Pete soon, who says, I'm crying. This is so hard to say. I feel like it's the best thing for me to do. And of course, they are graduating, chat. This is really difficult to write. I spent a lot of time thinking about how to say this. I think it's time to be honest with all of you. I decided I'll be graduating on July 18th at 8 p.m. CST. It's not a decision to make lightly, and I know it might come as a surprise to most of you. But the truth is, I've been struggling with my mental health. Yo, what's up, Shilong? How are you? Yeah, I definitely think that taking a break from mental is very important. Like, that's kind of why I took those 3 days off, chat. And I think you guys can hear it. I've been doing a lot better. My energy's better. My voice isn't as bad, despite some of the flip. I've been doing a lot better. So I'm really glad I took those days off. Of course, Pete soon goes on to say it's not goodbye forever. Guess we'll see you later. I'll be focusing on my journey to better mental health, and I hope you'll continue all this spread kindness, love, and positivity in this amazing community. Love you all so much, and with gratitude, eat soon. So wish them all the best, chat. They are graduated. Yeah, maybe we'll see them back, but obviously taking a break for mental health is so important, guys. You really got to do it. I do have a few debuts to talk about, but first up, let's talk about some things that have been going on outside of those debuts and some things that we missed. First up, guys, is Yomi. Yomi did have a bit of PC problems, if you guys didn't hear. So, does look like Yomi is going to be changing the dates of that. So now the villain debut is on July 15th, and the villain to VTuber hero villain rating is on July 17th. So, at least everything's okay. It's just a quick reschedule, guys. Wish them all the best, and we'll be there for Yumi's debut, I'm sure. Another news as well, guys. Iramochi is actually going to be debuting something that's called First Stage Debut. Coming up this Friday, chat. Looks like they're going to be doing a special event. However, chat, I want you to take a look at this trailer and all of the talents involved, because it looks insane, chat. Yeah, let's take a look at this. A lot of big names are involved in this one. Looks really cool. It looks really nice, too. The trailer looks great. I love Vienna with a guitar. Yep, so coming up July 11th over on Mochi's channel. And of course, he goes on to say special thanks to Nanners, Vienna, Sayu, Camilla, and Uni. Uninya, I'm sorry. This is in collaboration with Mythic Talent. And of course, here's all the people that produced it. You know, of course, she did the vocals. Amazing, amazing. So certainly go check it out over on the 11th of Mochi's channel. Looks to be very, very promising, chat. In other news as well, guys, Fillion has scheduled a fight. I don't know what's going on with this, but Fillion tuning up. He's got certified hands. I've got S-tier dodge rolls. And the Twitch chat debuff. That is right, guys. Fillion is apparently getting in the ring with this. I don't know who this person is. Apparently, they're a famous, like, MMA, like, fighter or something, but apparently, Fillion is going to be getting in the ring with this person here. So, we'll see what happens coming up later today, guys, at 6:30 p.m. PT. Famous boxer, got you. He's a legend, got you. I'm not a fighting MMA boxer person. So, very famous Filipino boxer, former senator. Oh shit! Wow. So, here we go, guys. We're gonna see what happens with that later. Gonna be nuts for sure. Gonna be nuts. I mean, one thing that we did miss on our radar of things that were going around. Thank you, Ellie Sweet. How are you? Was of course Lumi. Lumi celebrated her birthday, and on top of that, she debuted a brand new model, which was slang themed. Looks amazing. Yeah, very, very awesome. I didn't miss that one, so I want to let you know how that went down. If you missed it, the Filipino versus Filipino. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? How's it going? Chaco, good to see you. Very, very awesome. Yeah, Lumi Tuber. Grady's cousin, exactly. They're part of Astroline as well, so very, very cute. All right, guys, let's talk about a few debuts coming up that you're going to want to know about to write down on your calendar. And first up, guys, is Lucia's VTuber debut coming up July 12th at 4 p.m. ST. Let's take a listen.
Alfredo, quick. Hand me my notes. I accidentally pressed record. What is this? Did you spill something on these? Dude.
Oh, he's the equivalent of Arnold Schwarzenegger,
I'll just
but Filipino. Got you.
Yeah.
That's a very good comparison. Thank you for that.
Every Krabby. I've got big news, and it's gonna knock your socks off. That's right. I'm unemployed. Well, what I mean is, I'm becoming a streamer.
Let's go.
Maybe my other jobs
Let's
didn't
go
work out so
unemployed.
well, but this time, I made sure to start off with a bang.
Cute, cute. Oh my god, I love the underwear. That's so cute. So anyway, chat, get ready for that one. over on Lucia Crab's channel. Very, very cute. Another news, guys. Nyanya Binyanya is debuting a new 3D model. This is coming up July 12th at 6 p.m. CST, so you can come watch my debut. And then immediately after that, go over there and watch Nyanya. Go support her and give her some love. Amazing creator. On top of that, guys, we also have another debut to talk about coming here from Yinko. Yinko says coming up Friday. Birthday and summer outfit release. It's time to freshen up every bun. Let's take a look. I like the lemons. Cute. Yeah, I know. A little bit before she graduates, but it's probably something in the work long before, so she might as well debut it, you know? I get that. Oh, on the front page too as well. That is absolutely incredible. So anyway, chat, get excited for this one. And of course, I got two more to talk about. First up, guys, is Hades from Mythos. That is right. Her subathon in her debut is coming up July 13th. So that, of course, is going to be on Sunday. I don't think there is a time associated with this one yet. So I'll let you know if I can get to it. Maybe I'll let you know on Friday. But yeah, that's right. Absolutely amazing for Hades. But the biggest debut coming up, chat, is Shy Lily. That is right. Shy Lily on the 11th of July is debuting at 1 p.m. EDT. Her pocket debut announcement. This model, I believe, was made by Blue Nami. Very stylized, so I'll let you guys see it. You'll recognize it instantly. I think you guys will recognize it instantly. It's cute. I love her style. Blue Nami's style is so cool. She's so easily punchable. I love it. This is a new one. That's definitely a new look. Super cute. Super duper cute. Anyway, chat, you know where to be, where it is, and what time now. Hit pump for that one. Yeah, I was just see, wasn't she like streaming or making the model? That's what I think is so cool about that. That's amazing. So guys, let's get down to some of our big news today. And first up, guys, I want to talk about Gumpai. Now, guys, just a quick little reminder for what we're going to talk about today. This does involve really, really heavy subjects. Okay, chat? I want to give you a fair warning about Gumpai. This is involving some very, very heavy subjects. Okay, chat? So just a warning for you all before we dive into it. Yeah, this one's quite heavy. Now, I want to remind you all of Gumpai. Who the fuck is Gumpai, chat? Well, Gumpai is a creator. I'll pull you up a picture here really quick. So this is Gumpai, chat, over to the left. Gumpai was a creator that made some racist remarks against somebody that made a fan plushie. This person made a fan plushie for them. Gumpai was very upset they did that. They weren't making money off of it. And a person was using their image to scam them, basically. Now, guys, look. Making fan merchandise is a huge, huge part of VTuber culture. It's definitely nothing wrong. Definitely went after a lot of people, hurt a lot of people. Very, very notorious, right, chat? Said some racist things. Tried to come back multiple times. Kind of unapologetic. Then was apologetic. So on and so forth, right, chat? Well, I want to give you some information here. Mujin made a big video about it. Well, guys, this is... I don't know why they're following me. This is Mirio Maki. Now, why am I showing you Mirio Maki, chat? What does this have to do with anything, guys? Well, that is right, guys. I got some bad news for you. I know you guys, some of you ever heard of Gumpai here. Well, that is right, chat. I got some bad news for you. Mirio Maki is Gumpai. That is right. And I do highly recommend you go watch Mujin's video on it. It's actually really, really good. This was the initial post about Gumpai, but I'll give you just a little bit more of a reminder. Got a crash out of her fan making a plushie. Independent VTuber. They have an extreme version of the girlfriend experience openly racist. You can't even talk to them on Discord without paying them. If you're a woman, they'll ban your name because they're that narcissistic. I mean, again, very, very crazy person, right, chat? Well, they are back, and they are under this new account, Hero Maki. So let's go take a look here at their letter, chat, and what they had to say to everybody. Here we go. Hi, everyone. I know this is coming out of nowhere to most of you, but something happened recently and feel the need to clear it up and clear everything up. To be upfront, I am the reincarnation of another VTuber. I was previously a very controversial person for many reasons. We're going to talk about that girlfriend experience stuff here in just a second. Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in just a second, Steel, because that plays a large part into this whole conversation. What's up, Kami? How are you? I lied, bullied, and overall did many things to upset a lot of people, and how people that previously were victims of my past behavior have found me again. It is people who would apologize so heartily for my past behavior and mistakes that I have made. Oh yeah, she's crazy. I recognize that I've hurt you and many others, and while my apology alone will make up for it, I vow to make up for my past mistakes with future growth. I would also like to apologize to my new followers for lying about being new to this space, and I hope that you can all forgive me and have patience for me with this very sudden announcement. If any of you decide to unfollow me now knowing all this, I understand completely. I don't feel like this should be coming back. Yeah, I don't feel like this should be coming back. Yeah, I thought that was weird because, like, Shaylong, I was like, don't you already follow me? But makes sense you have another account. I want to keep streaming being a VTuber. It's what I love doing more than anything, but I recognize that to do so. Yeah, Mina, what's up? What's up, Mina? How are you? That's my oomph. That it must be, sorry, let me back up here. I got distracted. I want to keep streaming you being doing a VTuber. It's what I love doing more than anything, but I recognize to do that, I must be accountable for my past actions. Well, I feel like if you want to be accountable for your past actions, coming back as a VTuber is part of that as well. Like, you should not come back. That's part of taking accountability, taking time to grow and do better. You know what I mean? As Miro Maki, I promise I will never repeat my past actions, and I will continue to prove that I've changed and continue on this new path of positivity. I appreciate and I am incredibly grateful to each and every one of my followers, and I hope that you all love this new me. Look, I feel like it's okay to want to do better and grow. That's awesome, right? And to allow people to change and grow is wonderful. And I feel like everybody deserves that chance, right? This person clearly has a lot of problems, and I hope that they get help for it. But let me tell you, being a VTuber right now is not the answer, bro. Absolutely not the answer. You need to take a lot more time. All this stuff happened, just 7 months ago? Yeah, I will say it once, I'll say it again. 7 months is not enough time to change. I'm sorry. You literally did so many horrible things to people. This is not enough time. You need to go step away from VTubing, go do your own thing for a long time, and actually work on yourself. Being a VTuber is not the answer to get help. You were already putting others in toxic situations. You were in a toxic situation yourself by doing this behavior. You need to actually go step away. Yeah, would blackmail people with like their PP pics. I didn't ever hear about that originally, but I kind of don't doubt it. I didn't even know who Gumpai was still. Yesterday, Mira's persona is so different from Gumpai. Yeah. And again, like, that's fine if you want to do better and improve yourself. We love that here. We want you to do that, but not as a VTuber right now. It's not been enough time. You need to step away. So, anyway, this person, of course, was, came out. A lot of people were like, holy shit. This is really bad. Yo, what's up, Phoenix? How are you? Welcome back. Good to see you. Words are cool and all, but actions and facts. And again, I feel like part of the action behind this is realizing it's too soon for you to come back. You know what I mean? It's way too soon for you to come back. Anyway, chat, this kind of came out, and of course, I'm like, well, you know, we'll talk about this, right, chat? This person coming back, this is obviously a really, really bad thing. However, chat, this took an absolute turn for the worst here. Now, I don't this is very heavy, okay, chat? So I want to warn you. Obviously, we don't know how true this is 100%, but it does not look good. I hope you are too. I'm normally just a lurker. I no worries, sweetheart. I appreciate you even just for being here and lurking. Thank you. All my lurkers, thank you. So let's go take a look here, guys. And this is coming from Proctor Z. Now, I was reading like some stuff about this on Reddit. I don't really know much about Proctor. Some people were saying they don't trust Proctor and things like that. But the evidence is outside of Proctor. So, I mean, I don't know anything about Proctor. I don't have any opinion about this person. But I do want to share this information because it's a pretty big deal, chat. Let me put this cough drop in. Let's do it. So Proctor says, quote, retweeting this, for the curious, this VTuber is Gumpai. Gumpai is a notoriously insane VTuber. Once started a fight with a famous plushie maker, Kusa, slandering them multiple times. Gumpai was also caught with a boyfriend after building her entire brand on being a single girlfriend experience streamer who dated her viewers. I'm sorry, I did not mention that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that part. They were caught with a boyfriend, and then that's why they pretty much ultimately left. However, most significant of all, Gumpai has a body count. Now, when I read this, I was like, so they have sexual intercourse, okay? That is very normal. No, chat, they mean the other body count. Like, as in the body count of no longer being on this plane of existence body count. At least one of her fans is no longer alive and blamed her in their exit note. Her emotional manipulation and psychopathic behavior have been well documented by numerous sources, including my own website, receipts will be in the replies to this post. Do not be fooled. The reason Gumpai is trying to reincarnate is because she's lazy, toxic, and too narcissistic to get a real job. I very rarely call out VTubers directly. In this case, I sincerely believe there's no coming back for Gumpai. You do not change overnight after years and years of deliberate, premeditated acts of maliciousness. I agree. The only reason she is admitting to any of this is because she knows the evidence is overwhelming and that she's betrayed, attacked, and insulted enough people that pretending it never happened isn't an option. When they say body count, they mean a relation to people that are no longer alive. A rejecter overtures ignore apologies, but she puts her foot in the door and stamp on it violently until it retracts. So that is what they mean. I want to show you right here. Again, at least one of her fans is no longer alive and blamed her in their exit note. So guys, we are going to take a look at this evidence behind this really quickly. So again, I warned you, this is very heavy. So this comes from the original OP who posted this. Says, the person I'm quoting is an ex-Gumpai fan. This is the last tweet and the images of the tweets before it. It was posted 3 days ago. I fear the worst may happen no matter what anybody says. I will forever denounce romantic parasocialism. So, guys, I am going to give you my thoughts on this. Let me read all of this first, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Let's go take a look here at some of the messages that the OP put. I'm not going to read a lot of these out loud because they're very dark. But I'm all alone this time. I'm 3 hours away from my parents. They can't stop me. I want one last hug, but there's nobody around me. I'm all alone. This is nobody's fault of my own. I'm not blaming anybody for the way I feel. It's my fault for being an idiot and getting too attached to somebody I barely knew. It's not the person itself that made me feel this way. It was just the way I was easily gotten rid of. I finally felt like I was wanted. I knew it was fake, but it was the first time in my life where I had fun with somebody, enjoyed talking to them, and I was disposed of so easily without a second thought. The whole time during my shift today, all I could think about was how I was going to do it and what I want to say to my parents before I go. I don't remember the last time I've cried so much, but I really needed to tonight. I really don't think I can go on for much longer. I mean, obviously, these are very, very dark, chat. Obviously saying, I don't know why it all came crashing down today. I didn't get genuinely over. I'm in so much pain, I can't stand it. My head hurts, my heart hurts, my chest hurts. I just wanted to stop. I mean, obviously, I'm bawling like a child. What kind of man does that? very, very dark stuff here, chat, as you can see. I was checking up on him ever since the Gumpai expose happened, but I'm not professionally qualified to aid somebody with these kind of thoughts. There was a little I could do. I feel a pit in my stomach as I write all this. No amount of positive parasocialism is worth that. Meanwhile, even right now, Gumpai just does her online activities like the whole thing was a joke, and that is because it is to her. The VTubers themselves really suffer any meaningful consequences for hooking their viewers up, romantic about not thinking about them as much. Of course, Gumpai just talking about like the racism thing. I'll zoom in on this a little bit. I'm not racist. I'm sure you know how Latinos have their territorial instincts against each other in neighboring country. That's what I have with Asian countries. They were talking about where they were caught up for being racist against the plushie maker. Anyway, my VTuber model doesn't even look Asian, so race should stop. Mattering VTuber world, I'm strong sometimes. Again, just kind of going on and on. Like it was kind of nothing, right? What the VTuber just does have a boyfriend. Matters not, the viewers take the relationship much more seriously than the streamer. Seeing him is not the only example I've seen by far. Simply put, a VTuber losing one fan is not the same as a fan losing their one VTuber. I guarantee you that every single VTuber that invites romantic parasocialism is also inviting at least one person who will end it all if their commitment to them is not equal. And by them, I really mean them only, not the collective of viewers as a faceless entity. I understand this may be hard to read and accept as either one of those other VTubers or one of their fans, but I've observed this space long enough to know that this case is far from an isolated reality, and I'm not about to wait for a second victim to speak up about it. In all fairness, I also know of one such VTuber saved a viewer from unaliving. I recognize this to be a possibility too. Coincidentally, I also know that said viewer a commitment to that VTuber is again much bigger than the VTubers. I can only wonder how that will end. You're gambling with people's lives by letting this go unspoken about, and something needs to change. I'm just some guy, and I may have sailed to save a life. It is not a feeling I would wish upon anybody, and even other people I despise the most. Help me make people give a fuck about this. Anyway, chat. Unfortunately, I was not tagged in this because I definitely would have, taken a look at this. So I think the question kind of people are obviously going to seem like obviously people are going to say, oh well, Gumpai didn't make this person no longer be on this plane of existence, right, chat? However, I believe that Gumpai probably contributed to the conditions and the environment that led them to do that, right? Obviously encouraging and enabling through the very possessive and obsessive type of behavior. It obviously was very, very unhealthy. And I feel like that ultimately may have led to this person no longer being on this plane of existence, right? I know that Gumpai did not make this person do it. However, I don't really feel like they should be free of guilt from it. Just because, like, I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here. I don't think that Gumpai is innocent in this, and I do feel like there should be some guilt put on them. But I also think it's it's a dangerous line to toe to be like, oh my god, like we have to put the responsibility on VTubers about their fans' mental health. Because, like, guys, at the end of the day, I can't be responsible for all of my community's mental health. That's not possible, right, chat? It's literally impossible. I can't be responsible for that. But I do feel like, allowing this type of really obsessive behavior, allowing to exploit it, contributing to these conditions, obviously does weigh a bit on Gumpai here. So that's my thoughts about it. What do you think about it, chat? Even though she didn't unalive the person directly, I think they should be still held accountable for how they influence the audience. Exactly. Like, I think that's basically what I'm kind of poking at, Chaco. Also, at the same time, like, I do want to make sure that we are looking at both sides of the coin, where we cannot be responsible for all of your guys' mental health. Like, I really cannot. But if I'm promoting a toxic and a horrible environment, then I feel like you should be held accountable for that just a little bit, And in this situation, this person they're no longer around, chat. They're no longer around. And it seems like this parasocial girlfriend experience weighed into a lot of the reason that these things were encouraged, they were enabled, and of course they are no longer here, chat. So it's a really, really sad situation. It's tragic. There's no other word for it. It's tragic. Yeah, I mean, it is a personal responsibility. Obviously, like, you know, Gumpai did not make that choice for them, but nonetheless, they did add into the ability for it to happen, again, to be enabled, and that is absolutely the saddest part about it. So, chat, this definitely took a huge turn in a direction I was not expecting at all. But I did at least want to share this with you all because
it's not
your
important responsibility, but it is a creator's responsibility to not create a toxic environment that negatively impacts the people within it or actively encourage unhealthy behavior.
Yep.
Gunpai 100% encouraged
that
excessive
behavior,
and
right?
unhealthy parasocial behavior and hypocrisy in her audience.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree with that. It's a tough line to toe because it's like, you know, we want to be responsible and make sure that we're not enabling these horrible kinds of things, but also, like, at the same time, we can't really be held accountable for your guys' mental health, right? But there is a line there, and it's hard to tell. It's hard to kind of draw that line in the sand, right? Because the shores are constantly washing up. But at the same time, as a person, right, I feel like we have a moral obligation to not create these types of toxic environments and to enable these things to happen, right? So I did want to let you know about this, chat. Obviously, I would have been happy to report on it had I not or had I seen it before, and I just didn't. And it absolutely sucks. So it's very, very tragic, but I want to let you know about this development because it's important to hold people accountable for things that they have done. You know what I mean, chat? In a stream, we open the floor to talk, get things off their chest, supportive community. Exactly. And we're all about conversation here, you know, like, I think more so in a lot of communities or a lot of creators, we talk a lot about heavy subjects, but we also talk about the responsibility behind that, you know what I mean? Right, and exactly, like, obviously I try to be like a force of good, but at the same time, like, you are responsible for your own inner peace and your own happiness, right? I can only entertain you and inform you,
again
and that's it, you know?
Me with my own mental health. I know you're not a professional,
of course,
but it really went a long way.
Of course. I mean, I only do is preach my thoughts, so. But this was really tragic situation, chat. Really, really dangerous. And so I want to talk about today and let you guys know. Obviously, make your own decisions about it. I'm just informing you. I told you my opinion on it, as I always do. And just be careful, guys. That's it. I would never want any of y'all to end up like that. It's sad. It's tragic. And as somebody who is very close to something that is very near and dear to me, of people no longer wanting to be of this earth, chat, and having to experience that and go through that with people that are close to me, it is it's horrible. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. So I don't want to get emotional about it. I'm gonna drink my tea, sorry. Anyway, chat, want to let you know about it, but I do feel like that I just have one question for all of you. Do you feel that Gumpai should be held accountable for some of this stuff? Yes or no? I personally feel like there's an accountability that needs to be made here, but again, I would love to hear your thoughts about it. At least partially, right? At least be called out that, hey, the things that you did add and result into this. I can't know what's in somebody's heart. Of course, I doubt she does in any meaningful way. I don't think she'll change her behavior. I don't either. I mean, if I have to give you my opinion, I don't think so either, but some partial accountability. I agree with that. Very much so. Chat, let's go move over to something a little bit more not interesting, but maybe a little bit not as bad, not as serious. And that is the newest Vice article, chat. So I found this out through Moochin. Moochin was saying, I found that I get briefly mentioned in a Vice article. Having read the whole thing, I really do wonder who the target demographic is meant to be, though. I don't see VTuber fans being interested. I don't see no one's being interested either. Interesting. Well, as you see, chat, this whole article we're going to look at is about news tubing, and it's talking about people within it, False ID, Rima, Mujin, but also we were mentioned Lydia for Officer Urindo, and of course, myself, chat. I was mentioned in this particular article. So guys, let's go take a look and see what is in this article and why I was even mentioned, chat. Why was I even mentioned in this? I think I'm going to hand a little bit of talk over to Dear Ara for just a bit, but let's read it. For VTubers who cover the news, something is missing, and I think I know what it is. News tubing deserves greater support. Maybe it's a pipe dream, maybe not. All right, chat. I guess we're gonna see what this is all about. Very interesting. Very interesting. Take it away, Dear Ara. Tell us what it's all about.
Ever since I started covering the
Alarm
tubing
mentioned, oh my
industry
God.
in April, I've been thinking a lot about my counterparts on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Newstubers, or newstubers, are tubers who discuss the tubing industry's current events, at times giving their own personal opinion on matters.
We're commentators,
if I'm the
you know,
legacy media
at the end of the day.
version of a tuber reporter, then they're the new media iteration. Much as I love what I do, I personally believe they are the future of news reporting about tubing. I can't compete with an anime girl doing my job over YouTube or Twitch.
I mean, I will agree with that. I think a lot of people actually get their
I would
VTuber
write
news
better
through
articles
people
than
like
Anna
us, right?
Valens. Hell, my 4-month-old nephew probably could.
Probably so. But, I mean, that's not wrong. A lot of people are going to start getting their news from VTubers, right? Like, for instance, Kirsch, she covers a lot of political news, right? A lot of people watch her. She has a very large viewer base. But as VTuber, even just news in general, a lot of people will be going to the VTubers for that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, news tubing has grown quite a lot, kind of more quickly in the past 2 years.
News tubing has gotten particularly popular within tubing. The appeal
Definitely
is
has.
obvious. Why let an outsider comment on something when one of your own has the inside scoop? Many newstubers have thus popped up over the past 5 years, some of which with massive followings.
Yeah, I remember Rima.
Mythic
I met Rima when
talents
she
False
first started.
Eye, Rima Evenstar, and Mujin come to mind immediately, although they're just the tip of the iceberg. See Lydia Nekozawa, Officer Arundel, and Tuber Academia's Elara.
Why
just
did
to
they
name
say
a few
VTuber
more.
Academias?
And all
That's
this
interesting.
Isn't even mentioning the drama tuber, news tubers who throw out low-quality commentary videos discussing drama for clicks. I'll refrain from naming specifics here to avoid feeding the beast.
I will say that one distinction that I do appreciate here is news tubers versus drama tubers, right? Some people do it with the intention of doing the low quality commentary with the clicks, or some people actually want to add a lot into it, right? So I do appreciate at least that distinction because a lot of us put a lot of work into this, chat. I wake up 3 hours before every news stream to make sure I got all my shit together, you know? Like, I'm making sure I put effort into it, getting all my stuff together, doing my research. So it's not an easy task, you know, chat? There is a lot of work that goes into it. So I do at least minimally appreciate the distinction there because that is quite a difference, right? There is news and drama. But what I will say is, I don't know why they said a VTuber Academia, Solara. It's kind of the other way around. I run VTuber Academia. I don't belong to VTuber Academia. VTuber Academia is mine. So a little bit of a distinction there. It's not like not into the world type thing, but we're here, so we're looking at it.
As I mentioned in my story on Zentrea's massive Twitch popularity, I believe the news tuber is a net positive for the tubing industry. The best news tubers have an encyclopedic knowledge of the tubing landscape.
That's true.
Providing additional
Brian, way
context
too
and
much.
background information to an audience that sees them as one of their own. I honestly think the larger journalism landscape is sleeping on the news tuber phenomenon, failing to give these journalists the credit they're due.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
now we got a
I also
problem.
believe news tubers are not given adequate journalistic support, forced instead to grapple with
Now we got a
content
problem.
creation's highs and lows as if they were regular tubers. But they're not regular tubers. They're journalists.
Wrong! 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 We're not journalists. We're commentators. We are not journalists. Please stop using that word. We are not journalists. We are commentators. We provide commentary. Just because we talk about current events does not mean that we are journalists. Wrong. We are not journalists. That is entirely untrue. We only give journalists a credit their due. We're literally pulling from stuff and commentating on it. Now, sometimes we do get exclusive scoops. That's happened to me multiple times, chat. I brought people onto stream and talked about stuff. I've had exclusive scoops plenty of times. However, I would still say I'm not a journalist. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm a journalist now. You're right. Only so I can be like, I'll be like, chat is a menace. Chat is a menace. Somebody must need to stop the menace that is chat. I'll Jonah Jameson them. But it's very important to call this out, right? And here's the reason that it's important.
Integrity, Elara.
Garth literally took the words out of my mouth. Guys, journalism is tied to some... yeah, give me pictures of chat. Journalism is tied to almost a moral obligation and integrity, right? I don't mean this in a bad way, but as commentators, as VTuber news people, news tubers, we are not tied to any type of higher journalistic integrity or any type of moral code or obligation. And most of us have our own code and rules that we follow, right? But at the same time, we are not bound to this journalistic integrity. That's not a thing because we're not journalists. We're not. And I would never want somebody to call me a journalist, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue. In Phoenix, I'll be honest with you, getting like a thing on Vice, I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but anyway, let's continue.
I've been a journalist in digital media since the early 2010s, when I first started writing for my college newspaper. Based on my experience in digital journalism, I'd like to outline the biggest problem I see in news tubing, and how I think news tubers can gain support against it.
I'm interested in this take.
If obtained, would really let news tubing shine as a future model for journalism in an era increasingly rejecting written media. The following is my point of view.
I mean, again,
this story should be understood as a personal opinion piece.
To be honest, I don't think that news tubing is going to shine as journalism, because at the end of the day, we're just commentators, right? We're not professionally qualified. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, we're just commentating on stuff. Anyway, let's continue. Independence, the double-edged sword. Dear R, give it to us, girly. Tell us what the fuck is going on in this article. By the way, chat, we were going to talk about Anna Valens a little bit more after this, but I just want to read the article first before we go all in, you know?
For a news reporter, independence is a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, all of your content is self-directed. There is no man upstairs deciding what articles should or shouldn't run. There's no limit to what you can cover. You control your destiny, and you decide what to discuss. In contemporary digital media, this is a major issue. Money is drying up, businesses are closing, and the few remaining companies are trying to keep their publications afloat by actively directing editorial content's focus. Hence, the emergence of SEO slop. But if you're an independent journalist, you're a free spirit.
One thing I want to add to this as well, chat, is I think a big part of news these days, right, is also the environment, the talents, and the emotion and the investment with the person you're getting your news from, right? So, Dad, do you want to just load up ABC and get your news from that? From a bot that reads it out? Or do you want to get your news from somebody that you built a relationship with? That's a very easy answer. It's number 2, right? And that's kind of the difference here, right? You guys have built a relationship with me. I built a relationship with you. You want it. We have that connection. We have that emotional, and mental and physical. Wait. We have the emotional and mental connection about a lot of this stuff. So of course you're gonna come to me about news, right? We built that reputation and that rapport. And I feel like that's what people want now more than anything. People want news, but they want it from somebody that they trust, right? Trust is so important in the news. And I do think that having a connection with somebody that is an entertainer helps a ton. Would you agree with that, chat? Yes or no? Anyway, let's continue. If they're likable, if they're centric, if they're kind, if they're understanding, if they understand nuance, if they have responsible discussions, that's somebody that you're gonna like more, right?
Unfortunately, while newstubers theoretically have the independence to cover whatever
Thank you,
they
Ozzy.
wish, they still have a boss, their viewers. At this point,
that's always our
tubing
boss.
revenue is primarily fueled by an enduring, if not parasocial, fan base. Income from Patreon subscriptions, YouTube memberships, Twitch subs and bits, merchandise sales, and partnership code redeems. Each and every one of these revenue sources is fueled by a happy viewership.
Absolutely.
If your viewers like you, they'll spend. If they don't like something you've done, they may leave.
Absolutely. But one thing to really add to this is when you cover news, right, you have a choice. You can either read the news out and that's it, or you can read it and share your opinion. Obviously, if you share your opinion, not everybody's going to agree with you, and some people might leave you over that type of stuff. Now, I will say this. I don't think that, I truly and honestly believe this, chat, about the R Army. I think the majority of the R Army is not parasocial, and I'm very proud of that. I really, really am. I think that all of you guys are actually here for me. You guys know I'm here for you, and it's not parasocial in any way, shape, or form. But majority, right? Majority. I would say maybe it's like an 80-20, but I'm very proud of that fact. You know, I really am. I don't like to say that people are parasocial because I don't believe that my community, at least, is parasocial. But here's the thing. If you want your viewer is always your boss, whether you do news or not. Let me give you an example, chat. So if I decided to play Elden Ring and I do really, really well, and then the next day I play Guitar Hero and it does really, really bad, which game do you think that I'm going to play more of? Elden Ring, because my viewers love that kind of stuff. It does really well. So it doesn't matter if you're a news tuber or not. Viewers are always your boss. They're always your boss, and they always guide a lot of your decisions. Now, of course, like, for me, chat, you guys know my thing is news, right? But I am very lucky and blessed that I can do things that I care about and have fun instead of just like news all day long every single day, right? I get to do reacts, I get to, you know, do play some games. So like for me, it's not just all about what you guys want, but it's like 75-25. Alright, hit us up, DR. Tell us what's up.
This is fine if you're a tuber who plays video games or creates ASMR content. You're an entertainer. But news tubing isn't necessarily entertainment. I mean,
wrong.
it can be. But if the ultimate goal of a news tuber is to report on the news,
it's not.
And a news tuber's
I got a
income
hot
is
take.
determined based on viewer enjoyment, then news tubers may avoid covering certain stories to keep their viewership happy. Doubly so if their fans de facto lean towards certain political beliefs or values, left or right, close to center,
That's true.
or otherwise.
I think I have a hot take, chat. I think I have a hot take on this. And I want to get absolutely dunked on for this, but I think that when you're doing news tubing, right, chat, the news is the focus, right, chat? It's very important. However, if you cannot present it in an entertaining and engaging way, people will not show up and watch. So I will tell you this, chat. I think the entertainment is more important than the news itself. And that's kind of sad because the stories are important that most of the time that we talk about. But if you're not entertaining and you can't talk about it and present it in engaging and compelling way, nobody's gonna want to watch it. So I gotta be real with you. If the ultimate goal of a news tuber is to report on news, I think the ultimate goal of a news tuber is to be entertaining while reporting on news. You know what I mean? Like it's like communication. If you have if you write something out and it's like the best message in the world, but you can't properly communicate it, it's pointless. So at the end of the day, chat, if somebody is not likable, if they can't be entertaining, the news that they share is pointless. So I disagree with I disagree with the fact that like the ultimate goal of a news to report on news. I think that the entertainment comes first, whether you like it or not. You know, I think it's true. Now, what I will say, chat, does anybody remember when I first started doing news? If you've been here since then, type 1 in the chat. Well, I mean, acknowledging political beliefs and not covering stories and stuff like that is true, right? Like, I mean, I have not covered certain stories in the past, and it's mostly just because, like, it's not my expertise or something that I have a passion about talking about. It's like, it's not that I don't want to talk about it, you know what I mean? It's not like I don't want to talk about it because I want to avoid it, right? It's just like, it's not really my forte, right? And other people would be better about it. I mean, for me, like, I specialize more in, like, indie news, and I think other VTubers specialize more in corpo news and stuff like that, right? So I have to choose, like, what, and lay into my strengths a little bit. It's not like, oh, I don't want to cover something because it's too controversial, like, where I talk about everything. So, but if you've been here since I first started, do you guys remember my original VTuber view stuff, chat? It was very, very different. I did something where I based my news off of the Colbert Report, and it was very comedy driven. It was very humor driven. I had little skits, stuff like that. So the whole point of the Colbert Report is to present you news in an entertaining and funny fashion. And that's what I did. And in a way, I kind of do that even to this day. I still make jokes. It's still my stream. You guys can still do channel points. Entertainment is always the most important part. Yes, news is important to my content, but I would not be able to do it unless it was entertaining. Does the news tuber entertain or do they report the news? Lydia reporting on news. In my personal opinion, Nick is always a good role model. High quality new VTuber reporting. A screenshot, absolutely. Lydia is the epitome of when I think of a news tuber, that like a new news tuber, I always think of Lydia because Lydia, she reports on it, she tells you what's going on, and that's it. It's not biased in any way. There's no opinion drops. She is the epitome of here is the news. She's very cute. She's very engaging. She's very sweet. She has her little Lydia-isms, you know, with the newsy news. She is literally, to me, the epitome of a perfect non-biased news tuber. Absolutely. She drops it on you. She tells you what's going on. And that's it. Me, I know I'm a lot more opinionated. And I try to tell you things from both sides. My thing when I had somebody ask me what my news was like not too long ago. And I told them, I was like, my news is basically, I try to be as middle line as possible. I try to talk about both sides of the coin. I try to give you the most non-biased news report, and then I will share with you my opinion about it at the end.
For most news-oriented streamers and YouTubers outside of tubing, viewership enjoyment isn't necessarily a problem. Most viewers will generally disagree with their favorite creators now and again.
Yeah, she's a great news tuber.
But because tubing is a growing niche, tuber fans have very strong opinions about the industry's agencies, performers, and cultural issues.
Yeah,
One
very
bad
much so.
take can be a black mark on an entire news tuber's career. To maintain
Absolutely.
their popularity and reputation, news tubers may outright avoid discussing certain stories. On the internet, sometimes the only winning move is not to play.
I'm sure there is a case for this. I can't really think of anything that certain news tubers have done or anything that I've been like, oh, I just avoided it because I didn't want to like not talk about it, you know what I mean? Obviously the thing that had to do with that agency stuff that I had insider information, that was different because I had insider information, but it wasn't like to avoid the backlash, if that makes sense. I can't think of anything off the top of my head for me, but I do think that this has probably happened, you know what I mean? It's inevitable with anybody, right? And it's just true. You have a bad take, people absolutely will dunk on you, but that's not just news tubing, that's with anything, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, there are some things that, yeah, exactly. Like, there are some things that you do want to avoid, but it's less about covering a story, more about, like, drama and people saying mean things and stuff like that, which is outside of the reporting part of it, right? I feel for this YouTubers, the job of a journalist isn't to make people happy. If this is the problem, though, with this article, we are not journalists. We are entertainers and commentators. So people have every right to hold us to a different level of scrutiny and to judge us based off that fact because we're not journalists. We're not journalists, you know? We're really, really not.
I feel for these newstubers. The job of a journalist isn't to make people happy. It's to report on relevant and important events based on factual information. As the old adage goes, dog bites man isn't newsworthy, but man bites dog is. But if you're a viewership-funded journalist, and your audience would hate hearing that a man bit a dog? If simply acknowledging the reality of man-biting dog behavior would cost you cash? That's a problem. I mean, sure, no one is owed a YouTube membership or Twitch subscription.
I get what they're poking at
but
here.
When your viewers write your
I see what they're
paycheck,
saying.
your capacity to report on the news is curtailed by their biases. This can sway a newstuber's approach on what to cover, or if they cover a story at all.
So they're basically saying that newstubers may not cover something because they are worried about the backlash of sharing their opinion, right? Even though they are just sharing facts and things like that. But unfortunately, they really are failing to acknowledge that we are entertainers and we're commentators, right? And we choose to put ourselves up on that chopping block for that, right? I don't know at the end of the day, right? If there is a news outlet that is not biased in some way, I don't think that's possible. You know what I mean? Everybody's biased in their own way, right? Like, you can report on the facts, but you might also present it in a biased way that you may not even realize you're doing. But like, I don't really get this. I understand what they're saying. Like, some people don't want to cover some stuff because might be controversial, might be too much. They hit their likability, stuff like that. But for me, like, I would argue, like, I would just cover it anyway because I'm not really, like, super worried about... I mean, I am worried about, like, my viewership and stuff like that, right? But I also, at the end of the day, I'm also worried about telling you guys the truth and talking about important things going on. So there's kind of like a balance to that. But I think that we're trying to approach this as, oh, you're a journalist. But we're not. We're not journalists, you know? So we can't be held to that judgment. But we can be held to the judgment of an entertainer.
Journalists are not meant to be popular, they are meant to be necessary. What they offer is a public service. At one point or another, every single journalist has written a story that's upset their own readers. These journalists file their drafts anyway because they believe the truth is more important than being liked. But in tubing, being well liked is a financial necessity.
With any
Short-term
content creation, it
popularity
is
tied to long-term income. Thus, if you know a story might upset your viewers, you might squelch it to maintain your income.
I mean, maybe, I mean, I'm sure that happens, like, but at the same time, like, we're not journalists, you know what I mean? Like, we are entertainers first. Being well-liked is a necessity, unfortunately, that's part of it. The thing is, it's like, when you look through the lens of a journalist, it's almost like, it's a necessity to cover stuff, right? Regardless of whether you like it or not. But if you look at it the lens through a commentator, which we are, right? We're commentators. We pick and choose what we want to talk about. And even then we might only share certain opinions and things like that, you know? See what else I have to say. I just feel like they keep talking about newstubing being journalistic, and it's not.
To be clear, I'm not saying that every newstuber struggles with bias, nor am I pointing to a specific newstuber by saying so. Rather, I'm simply pointing out that the cards are stacked against newstubers, and they may give in to their audience's bias from time to time. The
cards
pressure
are
to
stacked,
pander
that's
is
true.
always there. And all this isn't even discussing the access journalism nature of newstubing. where news tubers may feel pressure to avoid controversies regarding major agencies, such as Nyasanji or Hololive, to prevent corporations from blacklisting them.
That's funny.
This can be a particularly challenging issue for smaller news tubers, who are still building their source Rolodex.
At the end of the day, though, it's your choice, right? What you want to talk about. You avoid controversy, okay. So here's the thing, right? Like, with news tubers, right? We're sharing our opinion. Opinion is not a fact. Now, we can report on what is going on, obviously, right? But we talk, controversies like this are some of the main staples of news tubing, you know what I mean? Like, but I will say the cards are stacked against us in a big way, right? News tubing is not easy, guys. And I will tell you, for anybody that wants to get into it, don't. Really don't. Because if you cover something, the perception is, if you cover something, chat, you agree with whatever it is, or disagree with whatever the narrative is, right? Let's say I cover something about Nyasanji, right? Well, people will immediately believe that I hate Nyasanji. Now, I don't like Nyasanji at all. But I will recognize that Nyasanji has done some okay stuff, right? There's nuance in there, but because I cover it, people go, oh, you automatically feel this way. So it is really hard a lot of times because the cards are stacked against you. That's absolutely true. But what I will say here is that if you're like, people feel pressured to avoid controversies, look, you are a commentary channel. It is your decision what you want to cover or not cover. There is no type of pressure or journalistic integrity to have to cover something, right? People want to cover what they want to cover, and that's it. It's really that simple, you know? I don't want to, like, overcomplicate it because it's really that simple. People cover what they want to cover, and that's it. Officer Undo reporting on Twisty. Like, Nekosawa believes she's excellent news tuber. It should be studied for aspiring creators. Screenshot. Officer Undo. Yeah, Undo's pretty awesome, too. All right, let's see what the proposition is here. Let's see what the proposition is here.
I'd like to propose an idea here. It might be good, it might be bad, it might be mediocre. I claim no ownership of it, so if Fishman wants to branch out from running a coffee company and into media, be my guest. Anyway, here it is. I think newstubers should be able to join a salary-based agency, where each newstuber is given support for their reporting through a proper editorial team.
That would require... We are not at that point. We're not even close to that point. You know what I mean? Like, that is not gonna happen, dude. We are not even close to that. Because here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing about it. Let's say in a hypothetical world that a VTuber did news. There was a news VTuber, right? And they shared the news about stuff. How well do you think that would go over? It wouldn't. It would not go very well, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they would have to report on stuff that would be controversial, right? They have to. They no longer have that freedom anymore. And because they report on it, it's going to piss people off that might have liked their content before, and they're no longer going to like the agency or whatever they're tied to.
Especially with ones on internet news sites. A majority of news tubers I've seen have done their best to be accurate on the facts and to be professional and informative on any topic they cover, and I respect what they do even if they made an error cause they make up and correct themselves for it. I respect what you, False, Rima, and a bunch of others I can think of do for the tuber sphere.
I appreciate that.
You're all great.
I appreciate that. I think that it's like, Joey had this problem where he left news, right? And he was like, well, I would talk to a viewer and they liked my take on one thing, but then they hated my take on another thing, right, chat? And they hated my take on another thing. And that's the problem in news, chat, is, or at least covering news in the VTuber space, you still have to be entertaining, you just have to be liked, and you still have to be able to, you know, share the facts and things like that. But the second that you talk about something controversial that maybe a majority doesn't agree with, or even a partial of people don't agree with, they're going to get pissed off and they're not going to support that agency anymore. You know what I mean? An agency would never, ever want to get into news. I don't see that happening, at least right now. Maybe in the future, but we are so far away from that. Getting a proper editorial team, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of financing, you know? And the problem is like, even if you like, even if you make this thing, right? You make this VTuber news true like agency or whatever, right, chat? It's gonna take a long time to build up that trust with the audience as well. Like, there's a reason these bigger news outlets are so big and been around for so long. It took them a long time to build up the rapport, and even then, they still fuck up. You know, the problem with VTubing is it's very volatile, right? So if you fuck up once or twice, that could be it for you. You know? Yeah, it's very, very volatile.
What do I mean? Newstubers would work with news editors. A managing editor would host daily meetings to talk about topics of conversation that newstubers might have missed, and newstubers could use this opportunity to pitch core topics for coverage, or spitball ideas for videos and streams. Newstubers would work on scripts and stream outlines, have them proofed by editors, and receive direct guidance from their news editor as needed. If you need the help,
but
it's
who
always
is the
DM
news
away.
editor, you know? Now, I will say that it's funny they say this stuff because in a way, chat, we already do this as a community, right? A manager editor would host daily meetings, talk about topics of conversation. We do this, right? We have a news conversation place, right? YouTubers use the opportunity to pitch topics for coverage and share stories you might miss. We have a channel where you guys share news. Now, obviously, I do my own research and stuff like that, right? But I mean, I have a stream outline already, you know? It's to just kind of like support
I watch various
with the
newstubers
news tubing.
to get differing perspectives on tubing topics.
Right, exactly. So I feel like in a way, yeah, news like, so in a way, like this is more just getting help with the things that we're kind of already doing. But at its core, chat, this whole document seems to say that there needs to be a larger agency behind like the news stuff, right? The problem inherently is that number one, we're commentators, we're not a news outlet, we're not journalists. But number two, not all news agencies are trustworthy either, right? There's always a bias. There's always some kind of information that may not be 100%. There's always something, a little asterisk to everything that you read, you know what I mean? Journalists are not, just because they write stuff that they may, it might piss people off, doesn't mean that it's good or it's truthful or that it's correct. You know what I mean? So I don't really see this happening. I see what they're going for. They're trying to push the idea that, newstubers need a little bit more like support and things like that. But like, honestly, like, I think that the way things are right now are fine. If somebody wanted to take it to the next level, which, I mean, I think it would be good, is to hire people to help you with that kind of stuff. But I can already tell you that larger newstubers, like False and Rima, they have a team of people that help them with their YouTube stuff, maybe listing things and running that channel, thumbnails, etc., right? So they're already kind of like getting that help in a way. And we rely a lot in the community to share that information with us about stories that we might miss. So like, I don't know why this article kind of really like exists. Like, I mean, it's an opinion piece and that's fine. I'm just kind of like, I don't know why this was really written. And I feel like a lot of people kind of echo that thought. So let's go take a look here. Obviously talking about Anna's stuff from before. Now, I feel like in a way this is a little bit kind of like, it's kind of sucking up a bit to newstubers. Like in a way, like, I don't know, I kind of get that vibe from it. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just how it feels to me. It's kind of like, I don't know. It feels like they're kind of like sucking up to newstubers. But like, at the same time, like, I don't like that we're being compared to journalists or being told that we are journalists because we're not. But anyway, as Mujin said, like, he wasn't really sure, like, who the target demographic is. And I kind of scratched my head on that, too. To be honest, I think Armchair kind of says the best here. The reason why the target demographic feels hard to pin down is because it's written for newstubers and their audience, but advocating for something that only benefits Anna. I really don't understand why this article was written because it's not... Most people are not going to get it, you know? As a newstuber, I have a lot to comment on it. But everything else is just like, I don't get it. The same person who's accusing Rima and Lara of nurturing transphobia in their audience simply were putting out the objectively poor quality of the V-Lure hit piece, which, again, chat, that's exactly what I did. All I did was say that, you know, this hit piece sucks. And the way they wrote it sucks. And because of that, I got called transphobic. This is the same person who thought Nanners was still a member of V-Show during the year 2025. Wait, what? Also the same person who unironically claims that VT is the be-all, end-all of the VTuber relevance. And does not understand VTubing, but she does understand legacy media. And I think it's a big problem. It's like, Anna doesn't really understand what VTubing stands for and also how our communities function and how news tubing as a whole functions. So they're very much here in legacy media, but they're not really caught up when we're talking about VTuber news as a whole. Money is a measure of obligation, but the obligation is owed to something besides your audience. You become vulnerable to pressure from people who don't want you. Like Kirsch became the top super chatty YouTuber for a bit. Even want to be the target of 3 Vice hit pieces that now couple 404 on their website. The reason why journalists like Anna want newstubers to have legacy type media editorial teams is so they have a more convenient target to influence when they take issue with something. You know, I didn't really take it that way, to be honest. Armchair, I just thought they were like pushing just the journalistic ideology, but audiences aren't your own, are difficult to control. Attempting to apply external pressure will often result in nothing more than you being gatekept. Coincidentally, this is why Anna is now attempting to build street cred among VTubing fans by sucking up to the various creators in the hopes that it cloaks how French your opinions are. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, chat. You're sucking up to the news tubers that most of us already reported on how we disagree with you and don't really like the way you went about stuff. But now you're like reporting on us, but like in a positive way. Just like, it feels very suck up. Companies are a bit easier to deceive. That's why Anna tried to go after Gamer Slips immediately while targeting Kirsch instead of trying to mask as a fan first. In his attempt at advocating for a business model where newstubers gain funding from a centralized source that might have interests that differ from even class for the audience is the exact reason why legacy media is irrelevant, dying, and she knows this. She knows this. That's absolutely true, guys. Again, I mentioned at the start, right? Like, having the freedom is the most important part out of most of this stuff, right, Jeff? Because the freedom allows us to report on what we want to report on, but it also allows us to give it to you unfiltered. Whereas we had a big person above us telling us what we had to do and editing our stuff and things like that, it no longer becomes our content. It potentially becomes partially or in a whole somebody else's. And people want news. They want stuff told to them in a newer fashion that might share opinion, that might be told in a different way, that's entertaining, stuff like that, right? Entertainment comes first when we're talking about VTuber news. And I truly believe that, chat. Does that take away from the fact that news is less important? Absolutely not. Doing things correctly, reporting it correctly, reporting it ethically, reporting with all of the facts, reporting with nuance is just as important. But if you cannot do all that in an entertaining way, you will not be successful as a newstuber, period. Let's continue kind of looking here. Obviously, Zan says, sounds all well and good until you remember Anna tried to poach Rima's audience towards her own stream before insulting Rima, then immediately after going to do the same to Lara. It is no better than someone like Chelsea Smallwood. I don't know who that is, but here's some of the messages that they put, you know, in my chat where they were talking about, you know, Rima saying some kind of negative things. You can control what your community does. Transphobia is a major problem. VTubing, again, just implying that my community is transphobic. Rima often carries water for right-wing streamers. Why would I treat her with respect? I mean, like, you're clearly biased at that point, you know? The right-wing VTuber says transphobia, which, that, even if you're right-wing and you're a VTuber, that doesn't mean that you host transphobia. I mean, I know that you've had, like, bad instances, and that's wrong, and the people that dead name you and things like that are wrong, but a generalization like this is pretty dangerous, you know? I'm not right-wing, but I would never talk shit to right-wing people like that I know are nuanced. Because you can be right-wing, and you can still be nuanced, you know? A generalization like that is very, very dangerous. It's her community, you know? So we've already talked about these messages, but these were the things that were happening before. So again, why is this article
It also
coming
doesn't
out?
help Anna's
You know what I
case
mean?
that the
Like,
people she's befriended with have been very rude and dismissive toward a lot of newstubers like you and the others. So
absolutely.
Anna trying to butter up newstubers feels incredibly forced, especially
Absolutely.
after her past involvements with you and Rima,
Yep.
and it got bad to the point Kirsha had to get her attention away from both of you.
And I feel like that unfortunately was just, unfortunately, Joe, that was just a product of what happened. It wasn't so much that Kirsch was like, trying to pull away on purpose, right? Unfortunately, it just became that, Kirsch became the main target. Like, first it was Rima, then it was me, and then the bullseye moved over to Kirsch, right? And that's unfortunate. And, you know, it sucked, right? But considering the things that she said and the way she's treated it, this article feels really weird to me. I mean, are there some things in here that I agree with? Yes. Do I disagree with most of it? Yes. I don't understand why this was even written in the first place. I guess it's just an opinion piece, and you can always share your opinion. That's fine. I just disagree, and I don't even know why it was a thing. So, chat, what do you think about this? Obviously, I needed to talk about it because I got mentioned. I'm a newstuber. This was obviously written for you and me, so I wanted to talk about it. But what's your thoughts, chat? What's your thoughts, chat? Yeah, I kind of just like rolled over to Kirsch at one point. You know what I mean? And I don't really know Kirsch again. I don't watch her content. I've seen clips. I don't really agree with some of the stuff they say, and that's fine. That's totally okay. We can be on our own separate ends of doing our stuff, and that is totally fine. But what I will say is that document that they wrote about her, it was shit. I kind of want spaghetti. Buy me spaghetti. I want spaghetti too. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. As I said, Anna's professional jealousy towards you guys. She wants you guys have maybe so. I don't know. But again, the way that they went about stuff just ruined their career completely. What's up, Sebastian? How are you? Absolutely ruined their career. Crazy chat. All right, let's get over to a little bit of corporate news and some indie news. Guys, I'm going to turn on my fan. Super quick. I'll be right back. Give me just 2 secs. Yeah, I have no love for Kirsch whatsoever, but I'm not about to chase her out of the community. Yeah, so let's continue on to some corporate VTuber news in chat. I'm so sorry. I don't have any news or Ninja Sanji. Don't be mad at me, chat. I'm doing my best out here, okay? I'm sorry. There's just no Ninja Sanji news, guys. I know, you're so sad. You're so sad about it. I can already tell. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I know. Your world is shattered. I'm so sorry, guys. First up, let's talk about HoloLive. And we did miss the latest hologram. Guys, you forgot to remind me about the tabs. My computer will explode. Wow, chat, you're supposed to remind me. Way to go. Let's take a look here at the latest hologram, chat. We didn't get to watch it, so. Oh, wait, no, we did watch this one. Is there a new one in? Hold on. Yeah, we did watch that one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. cute. That was a cute one. I always like seeing both. Another news, guys. If you forgot, we did have the HoloLive baseball game. However, chat, a really big part of it, in case you missed it, Yagu threw the first pitch. And of course, here are some pictures of him throwing the first pitch. Yagu went on to say, I successfully fulfilled my important role of throwing the first pitch at HoloLive Night, the collaboration match between the Dodgers and HoloLive. I was energized by the many fans who came to the event. So congrats to Yagu. Best girl, go! I'm doing good. How are you, Shadow? Of course, chat, we also have a big update here for Idol Showdown. So as you guys know, Holonatsu Paradise, which is the HoloLive summer update, just started. However, in line with this, Idol Showdown decided to release a brand new game mode. So let's take a look. Now you're good. I got you, Raven. I got you. I'll teach you everything you need to know. Yeah, I heard the Dodgers lost. So now they're going to sacrifice Bebo. Bebo's going to get fucking sacrificed. This looks fun. Yeah, it's like Tekken Ball. I want to play this. This looks fun. It's just such like a... I just love how much of a fan game this is, you know? It's so cute. Like balls. You know what they meant by that. So anyway, guys, it comes out Tuesday, July 14th at 7 a.m. EST. So very exciting stuff. Yeah, very cute. And of course, this is the HoloLive fighting game, Idol Showdown. Really, really cool. Another news, guys. Looks like HoloLive made a mistake. That's right. Apparently, the images for Roboka-san and Iris in the announcement were the wrong pictures. So I don't know what their actual outfits look like. So let's take a look here because Holonatsu Paradise did start chat. That is right. So they did have, of course, their big kind of party to announce it, and a ton of VTubers showed off their new bikini outfits. So let's go take a look. Hi, Beast, what's up? I love Darkness. She's just chilling in the corner. She's just literally chilling in the corner. There are so many events, chat, that are part of the Holonatsu Paradise. So let's go take a look at some of the things that are coming up, chat. And this is going to be taking place starting now through the 26th on Saturday. So there's a big schedule, summer outfits, events, all kinds of stuff. So let's see here. Schedule, opening ceremony, hologram episode, summer song, daily Honatsu piece, Honatsu theme song, music video reel. That looks pretty good. But sumo tournament! Chat, I need to take the 26th of July off. Guys, I'm so sorry, but there's a totally unrelated event that I need to go watch live on stream. But sumo. Oh, hey, you! Isn't there an anime about that? That's crazy. And of course we have a little bit more of the Midsummer Song Relay coming up then. Here are all of the new outfits. We've already seen a lot of these. But I think Iris, let me see if I can find Iris. Oh, this is the one they said was wrong. So I'm wondering what the new one is. There is new merchandise. And of course the big launch party here is the summer relay as well. So a ton of people going for that one. And it was the strongest butt. HoloLive Butt Sumo Tournament is here. Bro, this is the greatest thing HoloLive has ever done. This is the greatest thing. With their prideful butts, HoloLive members will now put their honor on the line in a swimsuit butt sumo showdown. Bro, can we do like a watch along? That sounds like the greatest thing of all time. And also VR chat game event. And of course, here's all the shorts and everything else coming up. And of course, a little recap on the news channel thing. So very exciting. Voice Pack is releasing new illustrations. I mean, so much stuff. MetaQuest collaboration. I mean, no, this is actual HoloLive. Actual HoloLive. And there is this new collaboration cafe which is super cute, with Doko Coco, where they're gonna have exclusive menu of all the Gen Zero HoloLive members. That's actually cool, like all the OGs. That's amazing. Postcard release, commemorative update for the Holo Natsu Paradise event will be implemented in the holiday titles. So of course they have like all these different ones for Mori, the Ball Bash, and Marin's. I think it's like a mobile game. So HoloLive Paradise mouse pads. So much is going on. No, this is literally actually Genevieve. It's straight up HoloLive. Look, it's a HoloLive event. Absolutely crazy. So get excited for that, chat. I'll let you know when that happens. In other news, guys, just like Maury just recently went on the Castle Super Beast podcast. You can check out the whole thing over on Wooly Versus Twitch channel if you want to watch all of it. Oh my God, yeah, she's gonna literally sing like, "Sticking Out Your Cap" for the Rizzler. Really, really cool interview. I'll certainly go check out the whole thing. They're really, really cool. In other news, guys, you know, with the big launch of the horse racing game, right, chat? Everybody's been losing it about the horse racing game. I kind of forgot about this. And Jenkins was here, luckily, to remind us. Everybody is learning about Gold Chip, which is the horse, right? One of the horses. I'm falling in love. But did you know she's saying with the HoloLive Japanese members at VTuber Fest Japan 2022? I had no idea. I completely forgot about this. But, yep, there she is, chat. Sure enough. Holo knew this whole time. They predicted the game was going to explode. They knew it was going to happen. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool. And finally, chat, I just want to mention something about Maury. Maury actually a bit upset about something that recently happened here with the charity event she held with Bebo. Let's go listen to what Maury had to say about it.
But let me really quick. I want to say thank you so much again for the fantastic.
Maybe upset is too strong of a word, chat.
The fantastic charity stream results. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm a little disappointed because I saw a lot of people afterward being like, "What? They did a charity stream?" It just makes me go, "Oh man."
But I think what it basically is well, Maury's a little upset because they put a lot of work into it. They were trying to raise money. Obviously, she's disappointed. And I think it's more so that the event wasn't really shared a lot within HoloLive. At least that's what I'm gathering.
I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do, Tippies. We tweeted about it so much. We spread the news so much. There's still gonna be people that don't see. I'm like, oh, I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna spam. I refuse to spam. So
it makes sense. Like when you work really hard on an event, doesn't go as well as you were hoping. It definitely makes sense.
A post every 5 minutes. Hey guys, look what we're doing. I won't do it. There was a stream. I could have. Wait, I wanted to donate. That's why you ring the bell. I'm not telling people.
It kind of seems like a Holo maybe didn't really spread a lot about it. To be honest, I really did not see a lot about this event until after it took place. And I'm really up to date on stuff, chat. I mean, I'm on top of my news. You guys know it. And I didn't see much about this until right after it happened. I know I told you guys it was happening, but as far as like the build up to it, it was very minimal.
Very minimal. Didn't promote it enough. Yeah, I was sad about that, but I told them. I'll be honest with you guys. I told them that I was upset. Hopefully things will change in the future. But I think the result that we got was wonderful, and we should be grateful for it and happy.
It really sounds like HoloLive kind of dropped the ball on sharing it the way they wanted to. They wanted it to feel a little bit more special. I mean, there is a lot going on, but at the same time, like, this is one of your talents, you know what I mean? Like, and you want them to share the good word of it, especially when it's something that amazing, right? But, you know, to be fair, there is a lot going on, and maybe it didn't work out in the schedule, but I feel like you got to anticipate for that as a company, right?
And then next year, I want to do like a charity drive with all of EN together. And I think if all of us band together and we do it over like a few days, we could do something even more amazing all together, because that's something that I've learned. The power of everyone working together. Teamwork really does make the dream work. With that being said, I think this year was a step up from last year even, and so that made me very happy. What about the schedules? Well, what I'm thinking is like, it's more of like a relay than anything, you know? And like different pairs of people grouped together to do like a relay.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I could see that going well.
Something and trying to raise money for a good cause.
I can see that going really well, actually.
That's what I'm working on. I'm actually getting it organized right now so that we can do it next year because it's going to take a lot of time. You did double it from last year. That's right, but Bibu also helped a lot as well, and the Pebbles were there too. So that was the result.
Makes a big difference to have another talent like associated with it.
So anyway, I'm getting started now with the planning. There's no set date, but you know, because we'll need to coordinate it. It'll be a big event. I think it's gonna be awesome if we can get it popping off. Thank you, Pebbles. Thank you, Deadbeats. Yeah.
So as you heard, chat, Mori a little upset didn't go as well as she wanted it to. I was hoping the word would get out a little bit more. So hopefully, next year's will be a little bit better. Hololive will invest a little bit more into it. But I'm glad she's very vocal about this stuff, right? Because you need to give that feedback to your company that, hey, we just had a big charity event. I feel like we could have done more, right? And I always appreciate more that she's not afraid to share her thoughts and opinion. I think that's very, very important. So, I guess let's move on over here to VShojo. And I want to talk about something that recently happened here with Iron Mouse. Of course, all good news, chat. Yeah, all good news here, chat. For Mousy, so let's take a listen to what she had to say.
Our 1-800 song with Bibinos charted on the Billboard Hot Dance / Pop charts at number 14.
Iron Mouse is on the charts, chat, at number 14. That's insane.
We charted.
That's
bros.
insane.
We charted. Let's fucking go.
Mousy on top.
We fucking
Queen
charted.
supremacy.
Let's fucking go, bros.
Hell yeah, let's go, Mousy.
That is so
Congratulations.
Crazy. Brother, that's sick.
That's insane, actually. That's actually crazy.
I cannot believe that.
I mean, that is game-changing, chat. To be on the top, 15 of the Billboard right there in the dance category, I mean, that is crazy. So, Iron Mouse has officially charted, chat. You'll love to see it. Another news, I do want to talk about some stuff going on outside of the big three agencies. And first up, chat, let's talk about Luminara. Luminara actually is welcoming Omi to their group. That is right, guys. So Omi is now part and signed under Luminara agency. So congrats to them. That's a pretty big deal, chat. Luminara is, of course, a VTuber production company. Their agency, I believe they are backed by a very large corporate entity. So very, very cool to see them kind of popping off. Another news as well, guys. Indonesian VTuber agency Maha 5 actually announced one of their really older talents, Nia, will be graduating on the 30th of July. Nia is a member of Maha 5's second generation of talents, and they'll be graduating on July 30th, the chat. So wish them all the best. Maha 5 is kind of like their Indonesian agency. They're just kind of doing their thing. Like, I feel like they've had some mild success, so give them a 07, chat. Well, what's interesting to me that I noticed so is, actually, I'll ask you guys. What do you guys notice about the two talents that Luminara has signed so far? There is one connecting factor that's very, very different compared to other agencies that I've seen. They are signing guys, chat. They have signed 2 male VTubers, which is crazy considering that most agencies really want to look more at the female VTubers, right? Obviously, the whole industry is predominantly female-led, so it's very, very cool to see a lot more guys kind of getting some love, That's pretty cool. So, oh my god, guys! I think it's great, though. And then finally, chat, I do want to talk about Insignia. Insignia is a brand new VTuber project. Auditions are now actually open for that. And they are a VTuber project produced by Clan Entertainment with plans to expand worldwide. So let's go take a look here at their trailer. Yeah, new VTuber project on the block, chat. Trailer looks good.
There are
Me when rendering doesn't go correctly. I think so too. So, considering who I know who their backer is, they're gonna explode. I promise you they will. I don't think I'm at liberty to tell you who their Luminar's backer is, but they will explode. Absolutely. They definitely will. So, auditions are now open for this VTuber project. I don't know much about this yet. Let's go take a look here at their website. Yeah, I want to take a look here at their website. Oh my god, they get absorbed by this stuff. Oh, they're at Anime Expo. That's cool. Fun Bun. Oh, did they work on Sword Art Online? Oh shit. That's pretty cool. Management. Yeah, kind of the normal stuff, right? Interesting. So, well, keep an eye out for this one, chat. I know I will. In case, well, now we're going to go over to indie news. In case you missed it, chat, we do have a little bit of a off-Kai recap. I pulled this aside because it's super duper cute. Take a look. In case you missed off-Kai. It's a very large entity that a lot of VTubers already work with. It looked like so much fun. I'm kind of sad I can go in person. Hey, I got to have all the fun, bro. It's gotten. I like the stage lights. Those look pretty good. So, there you go, guys. There was a little bit of off-Kai recap for you. Another news, guys. I need you to help me out, chat. I need you to help me out. Voop chat message BB knows and said, how many likes for you to come on VTuber Omegle? 101k, chat. You know what to do. Get in there, chat. Get in there, chat. We need BB knows on over on VTuber Omegle. Make it happen. Make it happen, chat. I'm doing my part. Make it happen. In other news, guys, Diary Q just came out with a brand new cover of the third opening of Overlord Veracity. This is one of my favorite anime openers of all time, so really awesome. This is a banger, bro. I think everybody knows this opener. Like, this is like one of the biggest anime openings of all time. So, certainly go check that out over on Daya's page. In other news, which is kind of very unexpected, chat, Baba changed her height. You can't do that. Wait a second. Now she's 150 centimeters. You can't do that. Wait. You can't go from like 15 to 150. You can't canonically change your height at any time. Chat, I'm now 6'7". Yeah, I'm now 6'7", canonically. I'm sorry, guys. If Saba can do it, so can I. If Saba can change her height, so can I, chat. No, I'm 6'7". Shut up. No, look, when I re-debut, I'm changing my height to 6'7". You what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, Saba just like randomly changed her height. I'm like, wait a second. That's different. I'm 17 foot exactly, baby. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, I know this is kind of crazy, chat, but you know what's even crazier? That's right, chat. He's back.
Oh, brother,
he's back, chat.
This guy stinks!
And this time, Xeon is the latest member, or I'm sorry, victim of Jonathan Davis. That is right. This is one of my YouTube fans, brother. I have no idea who you are. Jonathan Davis, baby. All YouTube. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on. All YouTube and Twitch users, do not follow and subscribe to this person unless I'm unbanned on Twitch. Those who ban me should not be live until I am unbanned, let alone have new followers / subscribers. Bro, this guy, if you don't know who Jonathan Davis is, he's a notorious guy that basically was spamming, bothering people in their Twitch chat. So he got banned in one community, he kept doing it in other communities and got really infamous. Everybody started sharing around to ban this guy. Now that he is banned, he claims that he is the king of the internet and that nobody should ban him or deserves to ban him. And every once in a while, he just fucking just pops up. It's crazy. And he always says very similar stuff. You know, you shouldn't be live. You don't belong to have a stream unless I'm unbanned. Like, it's just, he's wild. So much to I go on a long break and a surprise at his puzzle. I'm just like, why is this dude back? Are you serious? Like, the guy never leaves chat. Pretty sure it's a template for this message. He does. He's just spamming it. Who the hell are you? Yeah. Actually, that's my thoughts too. Who the hell are you? Crazy stuff, chat. This guy is wild. I really encourage you. I'm sure he has like 1,000 ults, but I really encourage you to probably ban this guy. His name is Jonathan Davis. He's probably gonna cause you problems, you know. So crazy guy. Be on the lookout, guys, because he will come bother you in some of your stuff. He absolutely will. So be careful out there, guys. Seriously, he's crazy. He literally pops into my stuff and just like when I was doing my things, he popped into my stuff and was just like all up in my grill, and I had to ban him everywhere. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So all right, my lovely chatters, my lovely R army, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. I'll be having a wonderful day. I know it's a little bit shorter today. To be fair, though, we did just cover news on Monday, so that kind of checks out, right? But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Just to let you all know, it's supposed to start at 4. However, Bear has an appointment, so I'm going to be taking her to her appointment. First, I will be starting a little later than normal. I'll probably start maybe around 6. Something like that, but we're gonna be playing with Kita and Vampy inside of Elden Ring Night Rain, so it's gonna be great. Exactly. So, guys, we're gonna go see Axie. Axie actually is doing her. Oh no, I think she's gone. Oh shit. Okay, I think she's gone. Okay, never mind. Hold on, time out, Chad. Time out. I think she left. Let's go raid Blue Nami instead. Yeah, Blue Nami's a good friend too, so. All right, sorry about that, chat. Redirect. All right, guys, let's go see Blue Nami again. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow for a little bit of Night Rain. Friday, we have non-VTuber news, okay? Non-VTuber news on Friday, guys, so get ready for that, okay? And bye, everybody.